Hey, classmates, this is Deanna.
Hey guys, this is Brett, and welcome back to week 87 of Hard Lessons True Crime Podcast. 87 weeks. That's a long time.
It is. Or it feels like it.
Actually, it's not 87 weeks, it's 87 episodes.
Right.
So,
It's not weeks.
it's not weeks. Being the worst podcast in podcast history, we don't record every week sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
This time we are.
Hey, how about that?
We're
We're on a 2-week streak.
See if we can make it 3 next week. So, T,
Yes.
how was your week?
It was good.
Yay.
It was a little stressful, but it was good.
Yeah.
As always. Yes. Yes. Got sent to the principal's office.
Ruh-roh, you troll. I married a bad girl. Wow.
No, I just get tired of things and speak my mind.
And the person you get tired of, mainly you told. I know you're going to go tell on me, so I'm just going to lay it out there.
Yep.
That's the kind of woman I married, and I love her every inch of her.
But it takes a lot to push me there.
It does.
So.
It does.
But you know what? Even all of that, it was a good week. And we now are on our fall break. So we don't have to get up in the morning or Tuesday morning.
Out 2 extra days this week.
Which will make the 3 days feel like a month long.
True.
So just get prepared.
This will be our last break till Thanksgiving, right?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay. Well, you know.
It's not, I mean, if you think about it, it's probably not 3-4 weeks.
This is true.
To Thanksgiving. I don't know. Now I'm going to look it up. Let's see.
Also, this past week.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5 weeks.
5 weeks. That's not bad.
Because it's the last Thursday?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, 5 weeks.
Not too bad.
No.
Also this past week, Teach and I celebrated our 24th wedding anniversary.
Yeah, we did.
She has put up with me 24 solid years now.
24 solid years. 2 a bit rocky.
I did not have a gray hair in my head until I met Teach.
That is not true.
And now I have nothing but gray hair. But I would not trade them for anything.
We didn't give you that gray hair. Also, you need to shave your Amish-looking beard thing happening.
I'm going for a look here.
Okay. All right. Well, you go for it. So what's on the plans for today?
Well, for today, I only have one true crime update. And that is that another cold case has been solved.
Ooh, that's good. That is awesome.
It is awesome. January 12th, 1989, police in Annapolis, Maryland, responded to the Kensington Way area of Annapolis.
Is that like a suburb?
I think it's, like how here, like we live in the Tree Street area and like Navajo and all that's considered the reservation. I think it's just a section of town that has its own name.
Okay.
The Kensington Way area of Annapolis, Maryland, after receiving a 911 call of shots fired. And in that area, they found the deceased body of 31-year-old female Garnett Elizabeth Griffin.
Okay.
And on October 9th, 2025, so 3 days ago, Thursday, police arrested without incident William Cook at his home after receiving an anonymous tip the week prior and following through and through the investigation work and the anonymous tip, found he was the culprit of the shooting and was arrested, and he did not put up a fight. So,
was he like the boyfriend, or like how was he involved with this lady?
Well, the article that I read was written like an hour after he was arrested, so they didn't have, and there wasn't a newer article about it yet. So I'm sure that the police have not released all that information just yet. So I will be looking into
Wouldn't
it
there
for
be an investigation?
looking into it. Well, yeah, they've already investigated. Like they had
I meant like her death.
Right. Way back when. But the article that I read didn't say anything about if he knew her, if he was ever a suspect or anything.
Okay. So really what I'm getting at is you didn't look that up.
You gotta always point that out. I have to tell y'all every week, this is the worst podcast in podcast history.
But you had to have thought she's going to ask. I better be prepared.
Well,
I'm going to say he was the boyfriend or ex-boyfriend or something like.
I'm going to say it was a robbery gone wrong. Just a victim of circumstance.
So next week you're going to tell us?
We'll have an update.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Because you left a big hole. And I'm like, is this some random schmo? Like.
Well, in my defense, I looked this up 10 minutes ago while you were gone to the grocery store. So I didn't have a lot of time.
So hence why it's
the worst podcast in podcast history.
Yes.
But we have fun.
Yes.
That's what we always said. As long as we're having fun, we're going to keep on doing it.
Yes, yes. All right, let's get into this.
You ready to get started?
Yes. Class is in session.
That was pretty good.
It was.
The more you know.
Okay.
This is Halloween month.
Yes.
So for the rest of the month, the more you knows will be Halloween related.
Okay. Like the Sanderson sister type things?
Sorta.
Oh, okay.
Mars Candy Company.
Okay, totally not.
There's a lot of candy handed out on Halloween, ma'am.
But not the Sanderson sister related.
Well,
we can make it related. We'll just make it up.
Mars Candy Corporation developed a new chocolate candy bar has peanuts, a nice nugget center, caramely nugget center, covered in chocolate, but they could not come up with a name of it for it.
Okay.
We today now know this candy bar by its name.
Okay.
Snickers.
Okay. I was gonna think that. No, I wasn't gonna. I was thinking that, but I didn't say it.
Right. They could not. Some of the other names that they had thought of to call it was chocolate goodness, peanut chocolate, and caramel nugget.
So how'd they come up with the name Snickers?
Mr. Mars was walking around his property one day and saw one of his horses out galloping in the field, and they're like, that kind of looks like that caramely nugget. And the horse's name just happened to be Snickers.
Oh, so, I was going with maybe one of them were laughing, and he called it snickering.
Yeah, named him after his horse.
Because that's what you're doing is snickering.
Snickering, yeah.
Awesome, that's cool.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
All right. So today's story, sadly, sometimes proves that kindness and humility aren't enough to keep evil away from your door.
Nope. It's really not.
It really isn't. This is entitled Murder at the Cabin.
Ooh, that sounds scary.
I kind of do.
Scary.
I came up with it even.
That's even scarier.
Isn't it?
You using that potato between your ears.
So, if I asked you who David Akeman was, would you be able to tell me?
Related to Troy.
No, spelled totally different.
Okay, see, but it sounds the same. So
what if I gave you his stage name?
Okay.
Stringbean. Didn't help any?
No, not at all.
Well, it doesn't surprise me.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay.
Way back, like a hee-haw day, was he like the tall, skinny dude?
Yes.
Okay.
He is the tall, skinny dude. David Stringbean Aiken.
Okay.
Was country through and through.
Well, he was on Hee Haw. How could you not be?
He was born June 17th, 1915 in Enville, Kentucky.
Whoa.
Grew up in the Appalachian Hills.
Whoa.
He was always surrounded by music, hard work, and humor.
Ooh, playing the mouth harp or a banjo, something like that.
Banjo was his instrument. Yes, ma'am. So, and we've already touched on how he earned his nickname of Stringbean.
I'm gonna say that he was probably one of the tallest people and thin.
6'4" and 135 pounds.
That's like he needed some cheeseburgers.
Yes, I see your phone real quick. Yes. And go to Google.
Okay. What am I Googling?
Well, I will Google it and show you.
Oh.
Por favor.
There you go.
If you don't mind.
No. So what you Googling?
Stringbean Akeman.
Oh, okay. Well, dead air.
Yeah. Entertain the people for a while, for a minute. So
it's probably not the banjo music y'all want to listen to.
There's David Stringbean Aiken.
Yes. Why is his pants down like that?
That's how he wore them on stage.
Oh, okay.
Just part of his comedic.
Okay. I don't remember that part of it, but I remember.
Yeah, his trademark was old-fashioned style, long shirt, short pants, and suspenders.
Because he grew up probably poor up in the mountains. You wore what you had.
You read over my notes, did you?
Sorry, no.
But it was also a symbol of who he was, a man of pride in his roots and never needing to change no matter how famous he became.
That's awesome.
Now, set your phone down.
What? Oh.
Set your phone down. You're not going to read ahead.
No, I didn't. I was looking at pictures. I'm not reading ahead of nothing. I don't got your notes.
Hey. He began his career when he joined Bill Monroe and the Bluegrass Boys, which was one of the most legendary bluegrass acts in bluegrass history. His banjo playing was described as lively, unique, and full of soul, the kind that could make an audience tap their feet even if they didn't know what bluegrass music was or even particularly liked it. By the late 1940s, Stringbean had become a regular performer at the Grand Ole Opry, Nashville's heart and home of country music. Fans loved his homespun humor and quick wit just as much as his banjo picking. Now you're not going to say nothing, are you? By the late 1940s...
Get a sense of humor, man.
By the late 1940s, Stringbean had become a regular at the Grand Ole Opry, like I just said. So let's skip down to that next paragraph. And then...
So I want to go back for a second.
Okay.
How did he meet this band people? Like he just playing around?
The Jones?
Yeah, like just playing around and they were like, hey dude, you play good, come on with us.
I'm guessing the article focused more on like how his career started.
Oh, okay.
And unfortunately the end.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's
fine. Then the world was changed when television became more popular than radio. 1969, Hee Haw hit the airwaves. It was a country-themed comedy and variety show that mixed music with corny jokes, skits, and Southern charm.
I love watching Hee Haw.
Saturday nights at 6 o'clock.
I can remember like the cornfield and people popping up. I loved it.
Grandpa Jones was one of my favorites.
Yes.
And he's going to come into play here in a little bit.
Okay.
But yes, Hee Haw was amazing. It takes me back and reminds me of my grandparents, being over at their house on Saturday evenings, and it didn't matter if the football was on or what was on. 6 o'clock, Grandpa would turn that TV. Hee Haw's on. We got to watch it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because they didn't have reruns.
They did.
You missed it.
Exactly. There was no going back and watching it later. There was no streaming it.
I forget about that.
Yeah.
I forget about all of those things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no reruns.
Crazy time. It was often called the country answer to Laugh In, which was another popular
Right.
variety show.
Of course, we didn't watch that one. We watched Hee Haw.
We watched Hee Haw. That's right. And then came Stringbean, standing tall in his overalls, cracking jokes, and playing his banjo with that mischievous grin.
Mm-hmm. Having a blast.
His chemistry with his fellow castmates like Grandpa Jones made him one of the show's most beloved regulars. Offstage, Stringbean and his wife Estelle lived modestly. They didn't have children, but they shared a quiet, simple life. The couple lived in a small cabin outside of Ridgetop, Tennessee, not too far from Nashville. Despite his fame, Stringbean distrusted banks.
Well, he was through the Depression, so
Not a lot of people.
1915, that's like World War One, World War Two.
Yeah, not a lot of people did trust banks.
Korean War.
Exactly. It was a habit rooted in the Great Depression. Rumor around the Opry was that he kept his money hidden at home, had to be over several thousands of dollars in cash. And sadly, those rumors would seal his fate.
Well, yeah, you don't know who is actually working around any of those sets that is an honest person
Mm-hmm.
that just took it to be like, oh, that's just who he is, and went on about their life.
Exactly. November 10th, 1973, Stringbean and Estelle had just returned from his performance at the Grand Ole Opry. It had been a great night. They laughed and chatted with friends after the show and before heading home. Sadly, unbeknownst to them, see how you threw in a big word there? Unbeknownst.
Yep.
Thank you. Two men.
That was a big word for you to add to your own notes.
Well, every once in a while I like to sound smart.
Okay.
Side note, classmates, Teach thinks that ChatGPT is writing these notes for me. ChatGPT is not, so, nah. Two cousins, Doug and John Brown, were waiting inside their cabin.
Oh, okay.
Not Stringbean's cousins, okay. Not Estelle's cousins, but two cousins. Like,
two dudes, two related dudes. Okay.
Like me and Coach Watson.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
The Browns were petty criminals, and they were familiar with Stringbean's reputation for keeping cash. How, you might ask?
They worked on a set.
They were stagehands at the Grand Ole Opry, just like you had said.
That's the only way you could put things together is like people just chatting it up, and then they overhear something, and they're like, "Huh, he's rich."
Exactly. He's famous. He's on TV. He plays at the Grand Ole Opry. He's got to have buttloads of money.
Yeah.
When the Akemans walked into their house, Stringbean immediately sensed something was wrong. He always carried a small caliber pistol, and there was evidence that he tried to defend himself and Estelle. But the Browns were both armed with a .22 caliber shotgun.
You can imagine what the crime scene looked like then.
It was pretty gruesome.
It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. And I don't think they were. It wouldn't really matter how far away they were. You got to be close, but you don't have to be that close with that kind of gun.
Exactly. They shot Stringbean right by the front door. Estelle screamed and tried to flee out towards their car. But John Brown chased her down and shot her in the driveway.
In the back.
In the back. The killers ransacked the cabin, searching for the rumored money, but only found small amounts of cash. They did take a few personal items and fled into the night, leaving behind 2 bodies and a broken piece of country music history.
That's devastating.
It really is.
I mean, all murders are devastating because they're just so senseless.
Senseless. They had plans to continue on and do great things in life.
So how'd they track them down? Where'd the cops come in at?
Well, not quite.
Okay.
The next morning, I told you Grandpa Jones was going to come back into this. Close friend, fellow Opry and hee-haw star Grandpa Jones stopped by the Akeman's home because on Sundays it was tradition for them to have coffee together and then go out hunting. This is November. What he found instead was pure horror. Stringbean's body lay just inside the cabin door, and Estelle's was out near the car. Grandpa yelled and screamed for help and finally ran to a neighbor's house to call for police.
So they didn't have a phone?
I don't know if he did. He probably didn't want to go inside.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I was like, going inside, you don't know what's happening.
Exactly. Investigators quickly found evidence pointing to the Brown cousins. Fingerprints, stolen items that had been traced back to them, and witness accounts placing them at the Akeman's cabin and the night before while the Aikmans were at the Grand Ole Opry.
So
they could put them in that area. Witnesses could.
So they had...
Not necessarily at their house, but...
in that area. Okay. I saw them drive down the road. Okay, that type of thing?
Right.
Okay.
Right. It only took 3 days for Doug and John Brown to be arrested.
Well, they didn't waste no time with the stuff they stole then.
1974, both men were convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison. Years later, John Brown confessed pulling the trigger on Estelle, admitting that it was supposed to be a simple robbery, but it had gone horribly wrong. Doug Brown was paroled in 2003 after serving 30 years, while John Brown, the one who killed Estelle, died in prison in 1982.
So if he killed Estelle, the one that actually got out is the one who killed the other.
The Stringbean. Yeah.
Boy, justice.
Absolutely. The murder of Stringbean and Estelle Akeman shook Nashville to its core. These weren't Hollywood celebrities living fast lives. They were humble, kind-hearted people who loved their friends, loved their music, and most importantly, loved each other.
But they were local people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, small town, same area, was born in. I mean, they just knew them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The Grand Ole Opry held a special memorial with stars like Roy Acuff, Minnie Pearl paying tribute. Stringbean's banjo was retired from the stage that night, a symbolic farewell to a man who helped define the sound of early country and bluegrass music.
Now they didn't have no family.
Mm.
I'm like, what happened to all their stuff? Like, that just boggles my mind. Like, people that are just alone and there's no family, it's like somebody has to take care of that stuff.
Correct.
I'm sure there was family members though, cousins.
And it's kind of a strange twist in you asking that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, I like it. Because the cabin was sold after, everything was cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.
Cabin was sold, and several years later, the family that bought it was doing some remodeling. And there was a fireplace that they were like, why don't we just tear that down, go up with a different style, keep the fireplace, but let's tear the brick down and let's go with a different style. Maybe we'll go with rock this time. Maybe we'll, whatever. So as they're tearing it down and tearing like the sheetrock and walls and redoing everything, a tin box fell out. Inside was $150,000 cash.
It was his. He hid it. There was a hiding hole somewhere.
That's what the Browns were there looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And it was there all along.
Where'd they take the money? Did they take the money somewhere? Did they donate it somewhere?
It was turned over to the police, and then nothing was said after that in the article. So I would like to say that it was maybe donated to one of the local colleges, to their music department, since music was so important to
my question goes back to
the Akeman.
If there's no
family,
there's nothing like that. Well, Grandpa Jones, being really good friends with them, probably knew a whole lot of their private life. And, people have those talks. Like, if something happens to me,
this is what I want done.
Yeah. Well, Grandpa didn't even know where that money was. That's okay, though. That's okay. Distraught. Nobody really needed to know. But nobody around, like, who really decides where the things go? Like that.
I guess that's why you got to have a will. And then if you don't have a will, I don't know where they go.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
This is like anybody could be like, well, we're just going to do this with that kind of money, or we're going to do this with their items. And it's like, wait a second.
But that's not yours.
So I wonder if that's why all those old pictures and things end up at junkyards,
museums, antique stores.
Yeah, just people pass away. Ain't nothing to do with them. Nobody knows who they are. Anyway, it was just a thought. That's a lot of money.
Exactly.
Who benefited from that? I would hope it was done for something good, like you said.
I do too. That's what I'm going to say. It went to a college music department.
That would be
sounds like something.
A scholarship fund type thing.
Sounds like something the Akemans would want.
Mm-hmm.
The murder of Stringbean and Estelle Akeman reminds us of one of life's hardest lessons. You can live humbly, give generously, and still fall victim to greed. Stringbean's music lives on through old Grand Old Opry recordings and reruns of Hee Haw, where his laughter.
There's reruns of Hee Haw?
Where the laughter still echoes through time. I'm sure you can find them like on YouTube or maybe like Tubi or something like that.
There you go.
I don't know. Yeah, so that is this week's episode. Just remember that we are horrible now, but working hard to be terrible soon. I think we're getting close to being terrible. So working on it. My bibliography this week, website Country Thang Daily, THANG daily.com. Article is called The Tragic Murder of Hee Haw Star Stringbean Akeman. The Tennessean.com, which is a newspaper in Nashville. Stringbean Akeman, the murder that shook Nashville's country music family. And AllMusic.com, David Stringbean Aiken and Estelle Aiken, biography and legacy of a couple in love.
There you go.
And that is the murder of Stringbean and Estelle Aiken.
I thought you were saying Akeman.
Akeman, Akeman.
Well, you were saying Aiken.
Oh, Akeman. I'm sorry, Akeman.
Okay.
Stringbean and Estelle Akeman.
Aikman, not Aiken. No. Okay, because I was like, well, I had the last name wrong to begin with. No wonder it wasn't no relation to Troy.
Akeman.
Okay.
Yeah, Troy's last name just spelled differently.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Teach. Well, what is my grade this week?
I'd give you an A.
Sweet.
Sounded like a book report.
Yay. ChatGPT helps with my timeline. Not writing it. Anywho.
I'm looking at your documents.
There's my bibliography.
Yeah.
The timeline was written, but I put all the information in and said, write me out a timeline.
All right.
She says, not believing me.
Anyway. We want to get to that on air. Let's have it out, man.
It is hard lessons for this week. Next week, we will be going out to Utah to visit a college out there.
Okay.
And
they were saying second panic hit, like, we're going somewhere, like, oh my gosh, I haven't planned this.
Virtually. We're going to college in Utah next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All righty.
All right, classmates. Keep listening or don't. We'll keep recording. So.
I like it.
Yeah. We thank y'all for listening, though.
Yep.
And please share us with your friends. We have a Facebook page. We have an email. We'd love to hear from y'all. And until then,
class is dismissed.
could have been better at doing that.